Hey everyone, today's devotional comes out of Habakkuk chapter 3, starting in verse 17, and it says this. It says, "Even though the fig trees have no blossoms and there are no grapes on the vines, even though the olive crop fails and the fields lie empty and barren, even though the flocks die in the fields and the cattle barns are empty, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God of my salvation." And I just want to encourage everyone today, and really the days going forward. You know, it looks bleak when we look out of our window. When we drive down the road and we see empty restaurants and there's not quite as much traffic as normal and we can't go onto the beach. You know, it can look like the fields are barren, kind of like what we read in Habakkuk chapter 3. But what it says there is, I will rejoice, really anyway, despite all that. And I just want to encourage everyone to rejoice today. Put on worship music in your house. You know, if you are in your car, turn off the radio and turn on worship music. And if you don't know where to go, the anthem that's been in my heart through this whole thing so far is the song Waymaker. The chorus says, "Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That is who you are, and that is who God is." You know, and the bridge then says that even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. And we need to declare that, and we need to rejoice in God, because the view, frankly, right now isn't great. But God is still on the throne, and He is worthy of our praise. And I believe that as we worship and as we sing out those promises to whatever song that you're singing, the view won't matter. The view won't matter as much, because what God does in our hearts will be what we cling to. And so, you know, if you have Spotify, you know, I encourage you to look up the Worship Now playlist. That's a great one. Or just whatever worship you have. But fill your house, fill your ears, and fill your hearts with worship today. Because though the view might not look great, though the fields may be barren, God is still on the throne, and we're going to rejoice in Him. And as we do, we will be filled with hope and confidence. Amen. Y'all be blessed. Thanks.